and I must say the texturing on this is really good for a freeware airport. I'm blown away by this. Look at that. Look at the apron light, and even when you're getting quite close there, that wood grain and the brickwork. Hello Flight Sim fans, welcome back to the Practically Geek channel. In this video I will be showing you a freeware airport by the creator JustOkayPilot, and you can get this from FlightSim.2. It's currently around 1 PM here at Grand Canyon National Park Airport. And before I show you what the freeware looks like, I'd like to show you the default scenery as it stands within the simulator. So Grand Canyon National Park Airport has a massive runway. I say massive, it is large for the type of aircraft it serves. It's clocked in at 2,743 meters, and it has so many stands, as you can see from below. The creator JustOkayPilot mentions that he's tried to do his best to keep the textures down just for file size, and the use of custom textures to get rid of this massive big chemtrail that you can see kind of embedded into the 2D scenery below, if you can just see that. He's also said he's made the airport look like the National Park Airport, but hasn't gone overboard on the custom buildings as well. So heading down into the National Park Airport, you can see that again, it's not one of the best default airports. Certainly with this scenery around here, you would want it to be definitely looking good. You are in the state of Arizona in America, so you have the Grand Canyon just over to the left of me now. At the start of the video you may have seen it, but flights from here are obviously scenic flights, helicopter flights to the Grand Canyon. The use of static cars here is a bit weird. It looks like it's just blue, red and yellow cars. It's a bit weird. And we've got really poor looking 2D satellite imagery and really mixed up autogen buildings. So something we've seen before in default airports. As I said before, the airport features a hell of a lot of stands. As you can see, there's also one helipad, I believe, as well. But in terms of default buildings, autogen buildings, again, it's not the best, and there's not too many as well. So I think what we will do is we'll jump into the freeware scenery by JustOkayPilot and see whether he's been able to do wonders on this poor looking default scenery. So we are now in JustOkayPilot scenery, and already we can see a massive difference, mostly being the custom buildings in the background here. And we also have a lovely perimeter fence. You know I like my perimeter fences. I just feel like they make the airports look a bit more realistic, especially with obviously airports being restricted zones, and obviously would need some kind of security perimeter fence around it. Heading over to these custom buildings, we can see that there's been a lot of love being added in here, because you can see that the buildings are no longer just basic autogens. They look like the proper buildings, and they look really good. In fact, I do like the shiny metal roof over here and on this hangar as well. The car park areas and the outer perimeter areas look really so much better. The difference between this and the default is really good. You've got all the helipads here now as well. You've got actual markings now. There's no misalignment in the sort of default scenery in the 2D satellite imagery, and already you can just see this massive difference between this and the default scenery. We've also got rid of that massive big white contrail marked in the floor. And the new markings and better aligned aprons and retextured runway and the windsock. It all looks a lot better. Even these lovely weathered, like sort of rainy oil slick textures look really, really good, by the way. Let's just take a look over to the left here and see what else is being done. Some more custom buildings with static cars and fuel depot. It looks so much better. These perimeter fences with the concrete sort of the concrete footers on them, these look really good as well. Let's make our way down this huge apron to see what else we can see once be added in. So we have this other trackway moving along the forested area, and it looks like we also have a proper control tower as well that's been put in. The custom control tower looks really, really good. That being said, I would imagine these trees to be maybe lower or non-existent, because you would need a line of sight through that control tower for sure. This building here looks really great. This is looks like where the fire engines are. And that looks really good as well. That custom roof in there. Look at that. And I must say the texturing on this is really, really good for a FREEWARE airport. I'm blown away by this. Look at that. Look at the apron light. And even with you getting quite close there, that wood grain and the brickwork, I haven't seen this kind of texturing on a FREEWARE airport. Well, in some, but not even in some payware that I've seen, you know. It's really, really impressive, actually. Got more perimeter fencing around here. So JustOkayPilot basically has said there's misaligned taxiways, the large contrail which we've seen through the middle of the airport. He's added some 3D custom assets, which are the hangars, the terminals, vehicles, roads, vegetation, which we've seen. It looks really, really good. He has said that it's not 100% perfect representation, but I'll be honest, I haven't been here, but it looks pretty damn good. And if you ever want to visit the Grand Canyon in a simulator, I think this is the airport that you would need, and definitely should download. It's free. You're not going to miss out on anything. You're not going to lose anything. You have nothing to lose. And I think that will be a good time to see what it looks like at night. So let's rewind our clocks to 1 AM and see what the night lighting looks like at this airport. It's now 1 AM here at Grand Canyon National Park Airport, and the night lighting looks splendid. Absolutely great. It looks really good on this outbuilding here, just further down the runway, just a bit further out. And I did like this building anyway. The textures were super good, and the lights just really add to it. Look at the reflections on the roof. The runway lighting also and the taxiway lighting look really, really good. They look excellent, in fact. As you can see, the massive apron area where the planes stand, it's huge. And I can imagine they do get a lot of tourism scenic flights, so the space is well needed. But you can see every one of those is lit up. Heading over to the main terminal now, you can see that the night lighting also extends to the lovely custom building here. And I must say, that's great. I know the interior effect is obviously faked, but it looks really good actually, the lighting inside that building. So does the apron, the massive big spotlights above the terminal as well. You'll also see that this building here has got a basic and faked interior as well, but it also has some lighting coming out of there, which looks really good. And so does the car park and the helipads as well. They're all lit up very, very well. So this has been Grand Canyon National Park Airport here in Arizona in USA. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to the Practically Geek channel. I have loads more videos on my channel, including more payware and freeware airport reviews, and I have some flight tours from different locations around the world. If you did like the look of this scenery, it's available on flightsim.to. I will link it in the description below, and again, thank you for watching my video, and I will see you again very, very soon.